Hey, mini bike friends, Dan Przowski from allaboutminibikes.com, and I want to talk a little bit because there's been a lot going on with uh, electric vehicles as well as electric mini bikes, electric motocross, electric lawn equipment. So I did a little post that was talking about the Home Depot because the Home Depot, I saw something on the news yesterday, I think it was, talking about how the Home Depot is going to try to make by 2028 or something over 80% of their lawnmowers, weed trimmers, so on and so forth would be battery. And which got me to thinking about what happens to the internal combustion engine. Uh, right now, for go karts and mini bikes, for right now, go karts and mini bikes, their motors are all coming from Harbor Freight, whether it's a 212cc or 79cc. Okay, so and those are of course coming from China. Now they don't put a lot of my motors on lawnmowers, but people do repairs with that kind of stuff also. But the point I'm making at that was how long before you cannot get a motor to sort of internal combustion engine motor for your mini bike. All right, whether you're doing a builder or restoring, because it's hard to get these older ones. This is a 1970. I've got the original Tecumseh motor on there. It's a 4 horsepower, but that's really, really rare to see. I don't even know where I could get parts for it anymore because the serial number, everything's gone from it. But a couple of people that know the motors know it and said, yeah, that's around a 1970. And of course, the bike is a 1970, so I put together that it's the original motor with it. Anyway, so thinking about that in those terms, I have the power plant on that, so to speak. The motor is the power plant that it exactly came with 53 years ago, right? So if I were to be having an electric vehicle, if the construction would even be as good as this construction, because that's still all together, um, if that were the case, how many batteries would you have gone and purchased over 50 years, right? That's my point. The power plant there, the battery, how many times did you had to have repurchased another power plant for it? And thinking of waste or toxics or things like that, what do you do with the old batteries? I'm going to tell you what, light bulbs are supposed to go and be recycled. You go to a grocery store and ask somebody what they're doing with their light bulbs, I guarantee you, if they're honest with you, they're just throwing them in the trash. And that's with most things, okay? So I'm being realistic. Oh, I know people say you can recycle and this and that, but you know what? They just don't. And on top of that, they're making things so inexpensive nowadays that it is a throwaway society. You just don't keep it. It's just much cheaper to buy new. And of course, it's all coming basically from China, and we're not making anything, so it's not like we're making production here and it's creating a job or anything like that. All those things are just coming from there. This bike is from Taiwan, actually. It's the Ramjet Minico. The Minico was Taiwan, but it's a very, very, very good craftsmanship, as they did back then in the days, even in America. We had over probably 50 mini bike companies back in the day, 60s into the 70s. Okay, so I'm not debating because I think things are going to go electric, a lot of it, only because, like, even with the motors, that's part of it. How do you know that they're just not going to tax the heck out of those motors? Let's say you want to go down to get a Harbor Freight motor, which, now you get it for 100, 125 bucks. And all of a sudden, maybe they slap tariffs or do whatever. We don't make them here, just like they did with cigarettes, take the price up so high so that you can't afford them or won't buy them. I'm not a cigarette smoker, happy to say that. Because I'm in health, that's why. But what if all of a sudden that motor's $300 and they tax it at 25%, 30%, 40%? They do whatever they can to stop you from being able to get something maybe that you want. In that case, an internal combustion engine, because they want everything to be electric. Anyway, that's the thought for the day. There's many, many ways to look at it. I know that there is, but uh, and I'm not so old fashioned at 64 that I don't think there's new things that are good or anything like that, because I do. But I also don't just take and dismiss things just because somebody says, "Oh, it's better this way" or "It's better that way." That's just not right. Okay. Anyway, so your thoughts, your comments, just post them below. Hey, if you're not a subscriber, I really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Share this also with your friends. Comment and let us know what you'd like to see more of. Okay. Thanks for watching. You can go to our site, allaboutminibikes.com. We have some fenders, clutch guards, pedals for go-karts, some miscellaneous things like that at a very good price. You can't match our fenders. We have the best chrome-plated fenders around. They're not the cheapest, but you're going to get what you pay for. So I guarantee you our fenders are worth it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Keep on riding those mini bikes.